Hey Dave, just heading into Game 3, and I know you don't necessarily want to really go sit down and have conversations with the team, but how are you guys approaching, and just what is the mindset, considering you have 2 here, and hopefully you want to take these 2, if not forcing a Game 5 back in LA?
I didn't need to, for me, it's just knowing the kind of the heartbeat, the pulse of the guys. We're in a good spot. The only focus today from our guys is tonight. They're coming off a nice win, a big win, and I thought, honestly, we played offensively, we were fine. Game 2, I think that we feel good, have a good game plan for Snell tonight. So the only focus is tonight. The bullpen is raring to go. Tony feels good, and kind of the mindset for him is to go as hard as he can for as long as he can. And what that means, time will tell.
Here, far right, Dave.
Dave, has any of your neighbors brought to your attention that you were leading off for the Padres the last time they had fans in a postseason game, and what do you expect as far as the environment tonight?
Actually, it was closer than my neighbors. It was my son who sent me something, a young Dave Roberts, and kind of put the lineup together that was there. So, and Josh Bard, our bullpen coach, is in the lineup as well. So it was crazy just going back into that kind of period of time. It's going to be fun. I know that Blake said it was, Snell said it was going to be insane. It's going to be electric, and that's why we do what we do. And to have the fan interest, excitement, we feel it in the dugout, both dugouts. So it's going to be a heck of an environment, and it's going to be a heck of a ball game.
Okay, Bill, all right.
Speaking of your neighbors, Dave, have any of them said they're with you this week, or like, you know what, next week we'll be friends again?
No, this is where you find out who your real friends are, Bill. Yeah, I've kind of made some new lines with people, but no, it's all good.
Okay, Jack.
With Tony tonight, kind of how short is the leash, and then what are you going to be looking for when he gets out there to kind of tell you, you can go a little longer, kind of, just what are you going to be watching with him?
I think with Tony, I think with any pitcher in the postseason, it's stuff, it's command, and that's about it. I mean, do we have the leash to run him out 75 pitches? No, but that's okay. So I think that just early on, just kind of, I expect him to be, as far as he's prepared, he feels good. Expecting him to go out there and execute pitches, but I think for me, just kind of the stuff in command is what I'm going to be looking for.
Stuff-wise, how close did he look in the last start and in some of the sim games to where he was before he got hurt?
I think we should see 2 to 4. I think 2 to 4 is what we should see. If he reaches back, there might be a 5 in there, and the slider in the sim game and the split really good. And so and he's got a curveball. So what we've seen is last turn against our guys was really good.
You're in the second row, all right.
Hey Doug, what do you remember about that 2006 game, whether it was in the game, maybe living in San Diego, with the atmosphere?
It was, what I recall is, we won the division. There was a lot of anticipation going into that series. We had just won 3 or 4, I think, in St. Louis, and we were the favorite, I think, in the National League. We couldn't get to Carpenter, and I think Piazza hit a 3-run homer off Peavy, so I'll get on Peavy about that one. Or not, Pujols did, I'm sorry. Pujols hit a 3-run homer off Peavy, and we just laid an egg against Weaver in the shadow. So I remember that it was, I think Chris Young won a game for us, maybe. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it.
How about bringing playoff baseball to San Diego?
Yeah, as far as that, I mean, I'll tell you, I remember going to Qualcomm and waving my, as I tell my good friend Trevor Hoffman, I used to cheer for him when I was growing up. So waving the white towel and watching Trevor come into games, and from '84 on. So to play here and to see that at Petco Park was great. So now it's interesting, I'm wearing a different uniform, so, but I can still appreciate the excitement that this city is kind of, feeling right now.
Over here left, Jesse in the first row.
Dave, on the topic of postseason experience, I mean, you've seen a lot of guys get their first experience and then subsequently kind of add to that. How much value for hitters do you think those experiences were?
Yeah, I think with most hitters, experience matters more. Just calming the nerves, slowing the game down, where I think that certain times hitters with not a lot of experience come off and start to a good start in the postseason. Certainly happens, that's baseball. But I think for the most part, if you kind of look back, guys, kind of the more at-bats they take, the better at-bat quality, the more success that they might have. I think with pitchers, it's not as much the case as in with hitters, and that's just my thought.
You're going to go over to the right, Mike D.
Dave, what was your reaction when Buck had Musgrove check the other day? And as a manager, how do you sort of weigh that cost benefit of doing something like that?
I was surprised. I'm sure Buck had his reasons. I was surprised, and I don't know if I would have, taken that approach. But again, Buck knows, whether it's gamesmanship or whatever it might be, that was a decision he made. But I was a little taken aback.
Okay, we'll go back there, Bill.
Yeah, Dave, over the last couple of years, you've said as Mookie goes, the team goes. Does that change with the depth of the lineup you have now, and what do you see him struggling with?
It's not all, it can't all be on Mookie. It certainly makes life easier on everyone when he's going. We feed off his performance, his energy. When he gets on base, it creates tension. Getting a guy in the stretch, certainly beneficial for the rest of the guys. I think with Mookie, it's just, and this is going to be a good test today, in the sense that it's big stuff, and it's kind of touching all quadrants of the hitting zone. And so I think the key thing for Mookie is to just kind of lock in on his nitro zone. And I think that I guess is fair for any hitter. But the last thing, I'm going to impress to Mookie is if he doesn't go, then we have no chance to score runs. So I don't believe that, but certainly makes life a lot easier for everyone, and Mookie knows that too.
Hi, Dave. Chris Taylor said he feels 100%. Just curious what you'll be watching for, looking for in him to make sure that really is the case.
You know what, Helene? I'm just going to run him out there, and this is a point in time where you go out there and you perform, and other guys aren't feeling, let's say, maybe 100%, and you're just going to go out there and play and compete. So he's in there. I'm expecting, him to go out there and do a job for us.
Right down here in the front.
Hi, Dave. I would like to know how is Victor Gonzalez nowadays? Do you plan to come with him?
Victor's doing great. He threw last week to our guys. He was fantastic. He's in kind of the stay hot camp. He's in Arizona at Camelback Ranch. So if we're fortunate enough to continue to move on, he'll be in the conversation for the next round.
Thanks a lot, Dave.